Hi children and viewers, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about the another important question for IPE Intermediate Public Examinations for 4 marks. Not only for IPE, it is also important for competitive exams. That's why you have to watch the video up to last without any skip. After watching the video, like, share, comment the video. Okay, without late, I am going to the topic. Children, today our topic is electric field intensity at a point on equatorial line of an electric dipole. In previous video, we discussed about the electric field intensity at a point on the axial line. Don't confuse, there we discussed about the axial line, now equatorial line. Clear children? So here, what is mean by equatorial line? Here it is an electric dipole. What is mean by electric dipole? Two equal charges, equal and opposite charges are bounded together and they are separated by some distance. That should be what we call an electric dipole. An electric dipole is nothing but combination of a two opposite and same charges and which are bounded together as a system. That should be called electric dipole. And now children, it is the electric dipole of length 2a. What's that? Length of dipole, it is what? 2a. And this is the children midpoint, that should be taken as O. What is mean by equatorial line? Means the line which can bisect equatorial line is nothing but a line which can divide dipole into two equal parts and that should be perpendicular. Now that line is called equatorial line. The line which can bisect dipole into two equal parts perpendicular to its length, that should be called an electric equatorial line of an electric dipole. Clear? And now children, here we are coming to the derivation now. To derive the expression for electric field intensity, you must understand the diagram first. Here, this is the what I am saying now, OP, or this is the equatorial line, and minus Q is located at the position of A and plus Q is at the position of B, AB. And now children, this is the equatorial line. At this point P, we have to find out the electric field intensity. We selected one point P, that should be on the equatorial line at a distance of small r from the midpoint of the dipole. Now we have to find out the electric field intensity at this point. So the point what we selected, that should be in the combined field of minus Q and plus Q. That's why here in the field of electric dipole it is there. That's why at this point P, the effect of plus Q will be there and minus Q also affected. If you can keep some other positive test charge at the point P, that should be affected by the both positive charge and negative charge. I hope you have idea about the electric field intensity due to a point charge. That is what E is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. This is the expression for electric field intensity due to a point charge. For example, here it is the electric field of charge Q. And now from this charge at a distance of some, for example, I am taking here P, that should be at a distance of R. Then the electric field intensity is given by E is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. According to this formula, what we have to conclude? Simply, there is some electric field intensity because of every individual charge. In this diagram, only one charge is there. the round what we are taking, that is the electric field of that particular kind of Q. In that electric field, we are selected one point P and that should be at a distance of R. Then what we have expression, E is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. ఒక ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్లో మనం ఒక పాయింట్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నప్పుడు ఆ పాయింట్ దగ్గర ఆ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ యొక్క నెట్ ఛార్జ్ అనేది ఖచ్చితంగా కొంత ఫోర్స్ని ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అయ్యేలా చేస్తుంది. దాన్నే మనం ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఇంటెన్సిటీ అంటాము. సో కాబట్టి ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఇంటెన్సిటీ ఫార్ములా డ్యూ టు ఏ పాయింట్ ఈజ్ వాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్, E is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. So similarly here, at the point B, there is some electric field intensity because of plus Q, and that should be showing like this. That should be in this direction. That is E1. At this point, the electric field is acting radially outward. And now at the point P, the electric field intensity because of negative charge is taken as E2. Clear? So already according to the properties of electric field lines, for positive charge the electric field intensity is radially outwards, and electric field intensity because of negative charge must be shown like into the negative charge, because according to the electric field line properties, the electric field is moves away from the positive charge, and if you can take negative charge, the electric field must be into the charge. That's why here we are showing the directions of E1 and E2 like this. Clear? So after that children, E1 is there, E2 is there. At the point B, there are two electric fields are there. At the point B, there are two electric fields. One is because of plus Q and one is because of minus Q. Then here in first year we have one parallelogram law of vectors is there. What's that? Parallelogram law of vectors. If two vectors are taken as adjacent sides of a parallelogram, if two vectors are taken as adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then the diagonal which is drawn from the same point will use the resultant of those two vectors. If you can draw two vectors as adjacent sides of a parallelogram from a point, then the diagonal which is drawn from the same point will be acts as the resultant of those two vectors. మనకి ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్లో వచ్చింటుంది, అది అర్థమైతే ఇది చాలా సింపుల్ డెరివేషన్. ఏంటది? we are taken two vectors, it is the P and it is Q. These two vectors are taken as the adjacent sides of a parallelogram. So now by using them we are constructing one parallelogram. So here now O, A, B, C. Here OA is the one vector and OB is the another vector, and these two are taken as adjacent sides of a parallelogram. Then obviously here the diagonal what we are drawing from the same point, that will use the result and that should be taken as R. Clear? So now we are going to use this formula or this theorem in this case, parallelogram law of vectors. If two vectors are taken as adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then the diagonal which is drawn from the same point will use the resultant of those two vectors. So now here we are having two vectors E1 and E2. You have to observe very carefully in this diagram. E1 and E2 are the two vectors, and those two should be taken as the parallel sides of a parallelogram. So by using them we have to construct one parallelogram S. Here P, Q, R, S. Now P, Q, R is a one parallelogram. Here E1 is the one side and E2 is the another side. These two are taken as the adjacent sides. Then the diagonal is what? Here PS is the diagonal. What is that? PS is the diagonal. So that resultant is given by the diagonal, that is what E. So that's why here E1, E2 are there. These two are taken as adjacent sides of parallelogram. Then the resultant of these two should be given by the diagonal, that is what? E. Clear? So now we have to find out the expression for E from that diagram. That is the question we have to discuss here. ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ మీకు అర్థమైతే చాలా సింపుల్. లుక్ హియర్ వన్స్ అగైన్, డయాగ్రామ్ అక్కడైతే ఉందో ఇక్కడ సేమ్ అదే ఉంది, దాన్ని ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తున్నాను. We are taken a diagram here that consists of a dipole of length 2a minus q and plus q, and after that we are selected one equatorial line. On that equatorial line we are selected one point P. At that point P there is some effect of plus q and minus q. So because of plus q, some electric field is acting at that point P, that is given by E1. And similarly, because of negative charge given by that one, what is E2. Now E1, E2 both are taken as the adjacent sides of a parallelogram. Then the diagonal will use the resultant of those two vectors. That E value should give the resultant electric field intensity at the point P. Now we have to find out that one. Clear, children? Yes. The same thing we are going to prove here. Okay, children. Let us consider PB the point. At a point, what is so much distance in this diagram? It is OP is the equator line and PB a point. That is the distance of R. That's why here at point P, the electric field intensity due to positive charge, due to plus q, is given by, children, just now only I told you what's that electric field intensity due to a point charge. What it is? E is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. So like that here, what is our distance? Like that here, in this case we are going to write E is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by, here what is the distance from positive charge to the point? That is PB. So that's why here I am going to write PB square. What is PB here? Distance from positive charge to the selected point P, which is on equatorial line. So now it is equation number 1. Clear? And now once you can observe very carefully in the diagram, just now only I told you what's that? It is minus q and it is plus q, and this is the equatorial line and this is the point P. How much distance it is there? R. Clear? So it is R and the total length is what? 2a, and here too A and it is B. How much it is? A. Now you can go for that. It is a right angle triangle. What is that? OPB. Triangle OPB, it is there. From that what to write? According to Pythagoras, what to write? Hypotenuse square, it is x. Hypotenuse square is equals to side square plus side square. Side square plus side square. So here R x. So here now it is the hypotenuse and this one is the opposite side and this is the adjacent side. That's what it is here. X square is equals to R. I am going to write is PB. PB square is equals to what you have to write? R square plus A square. Then what to write? PB is equals to what you have to write? Under root of R square plus A square. So in this way, in diagram I explained this is what? PB is what? Under root of R square plus A square. Clear, children? Once you can carefully observe the diagram, you will find out the one right angle triangle OPB, it is there, and according to Pythagoras, what to write? What to write? Hypotenuse square is equals to side square plus side square. Here what is the hypotenuse? PB. PB square is equals to R square plus A square. Like that, from there what we get, PB is equals to what? Under root of R square plus A square. Now you have to substitute this value here. E is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by PB is what? R square plus A square whole square. Then what do you get? E1. E1 is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square plus A square. So this is the equation number 1. And similarly here, in the same manner, at point P, electric field intensity due to minus Q is given by, what is the equation we have, right? E2 is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q by, here what is the distance from point to the negative charge? AP. So that is what? AP square. AP square. So here equation number 3, this is E2 is equals to 1 by 4 by epsilon minus Q by AP square as usual. So there what do you write? PB means what? PB means what? Under root of R square plus A square. In the same manner, PA also same thing, under root of R square plus A square. Therefore, from figure, AP is equals to under root of R square plus A square. Then substitute here, E2 is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q by R square plus A square. Now equation number 3, it is 4. If we can consider only magnitudes, then from equation number 2 and 4, we can write, if we can consider only magnitude from equation number 2 and 4, we can what do you write? Just you have to observe what is mean by mod of minus Q means what? Q only. That's why here from equation number 2 what you have? E1 is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square plus A square. Similarly, if you can consider the only magnitude, what write? E2 is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square plus A square. That's why what you have to write? E1 is equals to U2. Therefore, on equatorial line, both positive charge and negative charge will produce the same amount of electric field intensity. Clear, children? So like that here E1 is equals to U2. And now children, from figure, here we have two similar triangles. One is triangle PQS. It is the one triangle PQS. And next thing is triangle APB. Watch carefully. From this entire diagram, we have to observe the two similar triangles. One is PQS. Next one is what? APB. These two are the similar triangles. So from figure, triangle PQS, triangle APB are similar triangles. Then in mathematics we know, when we consider similar triangles, in those the ratio of same sides are equal. In similar triangles, if we can consider two similar triangles, then the ratio of same sides must be equal. That's why here I am going to take first sides are PQ. Here I am drawing separately. This is what? PQS. And next one is what? Here APB. APB. Now watch carefully here. First we are taking the sides are PQ is one side and PB is another one. That's why here I am going to write PQ by PB. This is the one ratio. And next thing is here PS by BP or AB. PS by AB or SP by AB. So SP by AB. Clear? So here now SP or PS. Children, here I already told you PS is similar to the PA or AB. So here you have to observe very carefully. According to the parallelogram law of vectors, what we take? PS is the resultant one. That's why now we have to write the expression for PS. PS is equals to PQ by PB into BA or AB. Okay children, now here, now you have to substitute all the values. What is PQ? PQ is E1. What is E1? This one. Clear? PQ is equals to where PQ is equals to E1. And what is PB? PB is what? Under root of S. PB is equals to under root of R square plus A square. And next thing is what? BA or AB. What is that? Dipole length. That is what? PB is equals to 2A. PS is equals to what? E. PS is what? E. So now we have to substitute all these values. Clear? PQ is equals to E1. PB is equals to under of R square plus A square. And PB is equals to 2A. And PS is equals to E. Now we have to substitute all the values. Clear? Then what we get? Here PS is equals to what? PS? E. PS means what? E is equals to PQ. What is PQ? E1. E1 value is what? This one. 1 by E is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square plus A square. PQ by PB. What is the PB value? This one. Under root of R square plus A square. Into AB. What is AB? 2A. From that, what will children? E is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into 2A by what is that? R square plus A square into under root of R square A square. Clear? E is equals to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into R square plus A square into under root of R square plus A square. That means here E is equals to, already we know that Q into 2P, Q into 2A, Q into 2A. What is Q? Magnitude of charge of a dipole. Magnitude of charge of a dipole. And what is 2A? Length of the dipole. Length of the dipole. I already told you explained in the previous video. What is mean by dipole moment? Dipole moment is nothing but what? Product of magnitude of charge and dipole length. That is what we call dipole moment. How we can identify the we can denote the dipole moment? P. That's why here I am going to write P by 4 pi epsilon naught. 4 pi epsilon naught into, and this one is R square A square whole power of 3 by 2. Clear? E is equals to P by 4 pi epsilon into R square plus A square whole power of 3 by 2. Because these two are found like this. X into root X. Here R square plus A square ni X antunnanu. Under root of R square plus A square ni root X antunnanu. X into root X. So appudu emotundi? X into X to the power of 1 by 2. Root x means what you have to write? Or x to the power of 1 by 2. Then what you write? X to the power of 1 plus 1 by 2. 1 plus 1 by 2. That means what? X to the power of 3 by 2. Like that. So we completed like this here, children. E is equals to P by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus A square whole power of 3 by 2. This is the expression for electric field intensity at a point on the equatorial line of an electric dipole. So this is for 4 marks. And here we have one special case, it is there. Let's go for that. Before going to that, see once again, very simple and very important question, children. Look here, very simple here. మనం ఇక్కడ ఒక ఎలక్ట్రిక్ డైపోల్ తీసుకున్నాం, మైనస్ క్యూ ప్లస్ క్యూ అంటున్నాం. ఇక్కడ ఒక ఈక్వటోరియల్ లైన్ తీసుకుంటున్నాం. ఆ ఈక్వటోరియల్ లైన్ మీద పి అనే పాయింట్ తీసుకున్నాం. ఎంత డిస్టెన్స్లో ఉంది? ఆర్ అనే డిస్టెన్స్లో ఉంది. ఈ పి అనే పాయింట్ వద్ద ప్లస్ క్యూ ఛార్జ్ వల్ల ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ యాక్ట్ అవుతుంది. ఆ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఇంటెన్సిటీ అనేది ఈ డైరెక్షన్లో ఉంటుంది. దాన్ని మనం పీక్యూ అన్నాం. నెక్స్ట్ పి అనే పాయింట్ వద్ద నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ వల్ల ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ అనేది ఈ డైరెక్షన్లో ఉంటుంది. దాన్ని మనం E2 అంటున్నాం. క్లియర్? ఏమంటున్నాం? E2 అంటున్నాం. సో ఇప్పుడు E1 E2ని మనం ప్యారలలోగ్రామ్ యొక్క 2 వెక్టర్స్ సైడ్స్ తీసుకున్నట్టయితే ఏమవుతుందంటే అదే పాయింట్ని తీసినటువంటి డయాగ్నల్ అనేది వాటికి రిజల్టెంట్ అవుతుంది. మనకి ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్లో ఉన్న ప్యారలలోగ్రామ్లో ఆ వెక్టర్స్ ఐడియా ఉంటే చాలా ఈజీ. సో కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ ఈ యొక్క ప్యారలలోగ్రామ్ ఏంటి? PQRS అనే ఒక ప్యారలలోగ్రామ్. దాని యొక్క డయాగ్నల్ ఏంటి? PS అవుతుంది. ఆ PS వాల్యూ మనం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. సో అయితే ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ మనకి పి అనే పాయింట్ వద్ద E1 ఉంది. దేనివల్ల? ప్లస్ క్యూ వల్ల. దానికి ఈక్వేషన్ ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇది అవుతుంది. ఏంటది? E1 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by PB స్క్వేర్. సో ఆల్రెడీ పీబీ వాల్యూ ఎంత అని చెప్పాను? 100 of R square plus A square. అది ఎలా వస్తుంది ఇంతకుముందు చెప్పాను. సో అది సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసాం. ఈక్వేషన్ నెంబర్ 2 అనుకున్నాం. క్లియర్? నెక్స్ట్ అట్లనే నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ వల్ల కూడా ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఉంటుంది. అది ఎలా రాస్తున్నాం? E2 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q by AP స్క్వేర్ అండ్ ఇట్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వేషన్ నెంబర్ 3 అనుకున్నాం. సో చిల్డ్రన్ ఇక్కడ ఏపీ వాల్యూ కూడా ఏమవుతుందంటే పీబీ వాల్యూ ఎంత ఉందో ఏపీ వాల్యూ కూడా అంతే ఉంటుంది. సేమ్, బికాస్ సేమ్ ట్రయాంగిల్స్ వీఆర్ టేకెన్. సో కాబట్టి E2 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught మైనస్ క్యూ బై ఆర్ స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ ఏ స్క్వేర్ అవుతుంది. ఇక్కడ మైనస్ క్యూ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఈ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఇలా ఉంటుంది. సో ఇప్పుడు E2 E1 అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే ఇవి రెండు సేమ్ ఉంటాయి. కాకపోతే అక్కడ ప్లస్ క్యూ ఉంటుంది, ఇక్కడ మైనస్ క్యూ ఉంటుంది. ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ కన్సిడర్ ఓన్లీ మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడ్ దెన్ E1 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు E2. క్లియర్? సో E1 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు E2 అంటున్నాం. అంటే ఏంటి? ద ఎఫెక్ట్ ఆఫ్ పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ విల్ బి సేమ్ యాజ్ ద ఎఫెక్ట్ ఆఫ్ నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ఎట్ ద పాయింట్ P ఆన్ ఈక్వటోరియల్ లైన్. So after that, children, now we are coming to the main derivation. To derive the PS value, or E value, we have to go for one assumption. That is what? In figure we have to observe the two similar triangles. First one is here, PQS is one triangle and APB is another triangle. These two are same. When these two angles are same, we have to write the ratio of same sides will be equal. That's why we will take first triangle this side, PQ by PB. Next one is what? PS by AB. అదే ఇక్కడ రాసిన తర్వాత and we substituted the values like this. PQ is E1, PB is equals to 2A and PB is equals to 100 of R square plus A square and PS is E. సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఏమైంది? ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఆ ఈక్వేషన్ వచ్చేస్తాం. And now E is equals to P by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus A square whole power of 3 by 2. In this case we have epsilon naught. What is epsilon naught? What it means? That is the permittivity in free space. What's that? Permittivity in free space. That means in this case what you have to go for? These two charges, that means this electric dipole must be in vacuum, then only this equation is applicable. Here we have epsilon naught is nothing but here permittivity in free space. It means that the electric dipole must be in free space. And children, For examination point of view, here for competitive exams, we have to remember few things. Here, look here. Here this is what E is equals to, where you have to write on equatorial line, on equatorial line. That's why I am showing here. It is what? P by, what is P there? Dipole moment, 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus a square whole to the power of 3 by 2. So this is what? For space, free space or vacuum. And if you can consider epsilon r is equals to epsilon by epsilon naught, then epsilon is equals to what, right? Epsilon naught into epsilon r. Epsilon r is the relative permittivity. Mana competitive exam chala important. So మనం ఒకవేళ in any medium, then the formula will become as like this. E equatorial is equals to P by 4 pi epsilon r square plus a square whole to the power of 3 by 2. Here epsilon is permittivity in medium. It is permittivity in free space. So ఎప్పుడైతే ఎలక్ట్రిక్ డైపోల్ అనేది మీడియంలో ఉంటుందో, then the formula will be like this. And instead of epsilon, what you have to write? E equatorial is equals to P by 4 pi epsilon naught into epsilon r into r square a square whole to the power of 3 by 2. So this is the expression for electric field intensity at a point on the equatorial line when the dipole is in medium, and here vacuum. Clear? And now children, in examination, in IP examination, you have to mention this point, that is when r is so greater than a, when r is so greater than a, then what you write? When r is so greater than a, then we can neglect the term a square. Then what you write? E is equals to, E equatorial is equals to P by 4 pi epsilon naught r square whole square 3 by 2, whole power of 3 by 2. 2 to cancel, what do you get? E equatorial is equals to P by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. So this is the expression for electric field intensity of dipole when r is so greater than a. Clear? So you have to remember this one, children. And next thing you have to remember, in examination point of view, they will ask you, what's that? The ratio of electric field intensities when on axial line, when equatorial line. Competitive exam lo adutadu ఏంటది, మన ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఇంటెన్సిటీని ఒక ఈక్వటోరియల్ లైన్ మీద ఉంచినప్పుడు యాక్సియల్ లైన్ ఉంచితే ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది, ఈక్వటోరియల్ లైన్ ఉంచినప్పుడు ఎలా ఉంటుంది, ఆ రెండింటి యొక్క రేషియో ఎంత అని అడుగుతాడు. ఆల్రెడీ మనకి ఈ యాక్సియల్ ఫార్ములా తెలుసు, ఏంటది? ఈ యాక్సియల్ ఈస్ ఈక్వల్స్ వాట్, అక్కడ ఏమొస్తుందంటే 2p అని వస్తుంది. 2p by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. క్లియర్? సో ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసరికి ఏమవుతుంది, ఈ ఈక్వటోరియల్ అంటే p by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. క్లియర్? సో ఇప్పుడు ఈ యాక్సిల్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, 2p by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube by p by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. That is what we get 2 by 1. 2:1 రేషియో. అలా కాకుండా ఇలా అడిగాడు, ఈ ఈక్వటోరియల్ బై ఈ యాక్సియల్, దెన్ వాట్ యు గెట్ 1 by 2. సో ఏవైతే ఇప్పుడు లాస్ట్లో ఇప్పుడు 3 పాయింట్స్ ఉన్నాయో ఆ 3 పాయింట్స్ అనేవి కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్లో హెల్ప్ అవుతాయి. మనం ఇంటర్మీడియట్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూలో రాయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఓకేనా చిల్డ్రన్? I hope you understand this video, this concept. If you have any doubts in this video, just simply go back and watch it. I hope you may get clarity. So I hope you understand. If you can understand this video, like, share, comment the video and subscribe my channel to get all the notifications. We will meet in the next video with some other interesting topic. Bye. Take care.